from Texas Star Lanes. We're here for the title match of the 2013 Las Vegas main event. This is the Handicap Division Finals, followed by a girls scratch and then open scratch, as we got California versus Washington here, as top seed Matt Green is taking on 5 seed Alexa Lanning. It's a close match handicap-wise. Matt has to beat Alexa by 2 to tie and 3 to win, and lo and behold, as we start the 6th frame, Matt is winning by 2, so we're all even through half of the title match. Been very high scoring in the handicap division all weekend. They bowled on a fairly soft pattern, while Scratch bowled on sheer brutality. And every time I turn that dang camera on, funny things happen as he whiffs a 10-pin there. Matt's been very good on his spares all weekend, but opens in the 2nd, and now here opens in the 6th. They're going to trail Alexa, who's clean through 6. Neither one has a major title. I know Matt has at least a doubles title. I forget if you have a singles title. We'll ask our stat department, aka Matt, in a minute. I don't remember if Alexa has any titles. I don't think so, right? A bunch of top 5s with no wins. I don't want to bother her. Confirmed from the stat department, aka Alexa, she has no titles. Maybe she will in about 10 minutes here. Another 10-pin for Matt. So many times when you whiff a spare, you end up leaving the same darn pin again, and here it is again. This match is for $1,500 for first and $750 for second, so probably the first time these two have ever bowled a single game for $750. That's better at the 10-pin. So he trails by 11 and giving another 2 from that. This is the handicap graph that shows up where there. Look at that slope. Look between the 12 board and the 6 board. That is a cliff of oil. That gives you a lot of margin for error. You can miss to the left and the ball will hold a little, miss to the right and the ball will hook back a little. Not as severe as a house pattern, but more towards house than sport for sure. And that's a real nice shot on any pattern for Alexa there. 10 on the pick, keeps it clean and keeps her lead. Conversely, here's the scratch pattern that they're bowling on. This is not a graph of the pattern. This is a graph of a tape that was run at a certain length of the pattern. That's extremely flat for a tape, and to just compare the difference. That's why there were 2 300 games on this pattern during the week. Jared Davenport and Talon Hendrickson, and the high game of the entire tournament with the elite scratch bowlers was 279, and not much else over 240. Huge shot for Lanning here, though, in the 8th frame. It's left. It held, but not that much hold. That was considerably left to target. She's lucky to only leave a makeable 3-6-10 here. She's been working hard on her game. She'll tell you all about it on Facebook. Toughest spare she's had to shoot so far in this title match here. Every shot is tough when you get to this point of a major tournament championship match. Does that little shoulder twist to reset the body, and at the 3-6-10, she got, oh no. Doesn't have it, and with that open, the lead flip-flops back to Green, but it is only a 1-pin lead. Spare working for Matt now up here in the 8th frame. He was in trouble in the semifinal match against Haley Chris until he got a Brooklyn shot on the 2nd ball in the 10th frame to ice that victory. Well, and there's another 3-6-10 to shoot at, so 3 pins a count drops him from a 1-pin lead to a 2-pin deficit, and he's got to face that 3-6-10 that just gave Alexa trouble. The very proud Haley Chris right to my left. Highest finish in a JBT major. It's going to be Dempsey versus Chan in scratch, and Bolton, the top seed, over girls scratch, and there's the spare. Good job. Matt also part of the winning doubles team this weekend. Him and his friend Anthony DePani took home the handicap doubles crown. So already a great weekend for him. Matt qualified first today at plus $1 billion. sounds like a lot, but everybody else is plus $1 billion too. I think it was I'm in the mid plus 700s, but that's after 16 games plus bonus pins, so it's not quite astronomical as it sounds. That's still way over average. These guys bowl on varying conditions every week out on tour, many of them tougher than this, so when they got a few extra boards to play, they really lit them up. That's why we put them on hard shots every week. Beautiful shot in the 9th for Green. They're tied up on the scoreboard, but again, Alexa is getting 2. So slight advantage to her, but Matt did a great job getting that strike up in the 9th frame. That key foundation 9th, as they always used to say in the good old days. Right, Joe? Right. Oh, left again. You heard her. She said, please hold. It can't from there. That was quite a tug. Again, lucky to only leave the 610. Well, no loss of count though, because she was on the open. So if she spares it up, she'll take a 2-pin lead into the 8th frame of the championship game. Be sure to watch those scratch title matches right after this in parts 2 and 3. If you don't, thanks to Jerry Francomano and the whole crew here at Texas for hosting us. He's a pretty special guy. We appreciate the hospitality. And to avoid the chop, avoid sliding by, and avoid disaster. Oh no! Boy, oh boy, what a rotten time for one of the worst breaks in bowling. You can throw the ball way worse than that and make that spare on either side. Instead, a killer chop right there. I remember Ali Ijam's chopped to 610 in a main event finals once that was brutal, and this is right up there with that. But the match is far from over. Let's see if she can recover here in the 10th. Left again. Oh, but this time left enough. She goes back and watches this video. She'll see that ball a good arrow left of where she was hitting the pocket from before. But bowling's a funny game. If you miss, you get in trouble. If you miss by enough, sometimes you get a strike. That's just the nature of the game. And boy, would this second strike be sweet for her right here. If she doesn't, Green will only need a mark. Much better shot. Wow! So after tug, and tug it again, she ends up throwing one of her best shots of the title match in the second ball of the 10th to set up a couple pin match yet again. The fill ball is really important here. 9 gives her 180. Green can spare strike for the 182 that he would need for a tie. So every pin crucial here. And gets all 10. How big was that fill ball strike from Lanning? Because it now forces Green to strike on this hit. Spare strike is 182, which isn't enough. This is a one-shot tournament. This is one ball for $750 extra. Must strike on this shot to win the title. Nope. Little fast through the break, and Alexa Lanning is going to capture the title. Where'd she go? There she is, and she's at tears. You think these wins don't mean something to these folks? Look out. For Green, by the way, as he spares up there in the 10th, that's going to be a heartbreaker for him, but hey, he won doubles. He had a very profitable weekend, I promise, but she's a hard-working young lady, and she's a JBT major champ as well. Good stuff out of both of them. Hopefully, scratched finals will be just as good as that one. Great win.